So, may I know the people who are new in this webinar? Yes. Can you please put it into the chat box and see? Absolutely, chat box is absolutely open for all of you. And if you want to ask any questions, you can put it into the chat box. If you want to answer anything, you can put it into the chat box. So absolutely, chat box is open for you. And you can see there, Madiha madam is there. She can help you well. All right. So can you please tell me how many of you are new to this webinar? Yes. Shravani Honor 9. Can you please rename yourself, all of you? Mr. Honor 9. Rename yourself. I don't know what's your name. I'm so sorry for this one. Can you please rename yourself? Rename yourself. Hello, Honor 9. Ma'am, can you please look after this person? Rename yourself. What's your name? Anwar. All right. Please rename yourself. We are waiting for some more students over here who has already enrolled for this program. Just let's wait for the people. And we'll be starting sooner. By the way, how many of you are excited for this one? That who wants to learn interview skills? Especially people are graduating themselves and they don't know how to crack an interview. And due to that, they are suffering a lot in their whole life. Some of the people are there, you might have seen, they are just graduating themselves and later on they rush here and there for interviews. Now today I'm here, Ansār Idrisi. I'm leading English growth hacker, and I have cracked IELTS exam twice with 8.5 bands. Today I'm going to show you something great, some great tips about how to crack an interview in English. All right. So now what exactly interview and how are you going to face it and how are you going to crack it? Today I'm going to give you each and every tip over here in my lecture. So some of the students are present over here and I'm looking that some of them are coming again. Wait for some second so we can start in a very fluent way. So now today I'm going to show you how many of you have problem with interviews. Can you please put it into the chat box? See, chat box is absolutely open for you. Please put it into the chat box whatever problems you have. I wanted to know that how many of you are facing problems with your interviews? Yes. How many of you are facing problems with your interviews? Put it into the chat box. All right, Mr. Anwar. See, one more thing I would like to tell you, opportunity. Today I'm going to talk about first opportunity. Now let's start with our great session on CCC, College to Corporate via Communication. Okay. Now, I would like to tell you now some great things, some great topics over here, which we're going to discuss. Before we that come ahead, I would like to tell you about opportunity. This was the greatest opportunity that I have given to the people said so that they could learn some great things and they could go for something great in their life. But problem is what they are not understanding well. Many of the people are busy in their nonsense tasks. Sorry to say such language. Now I would like to tell you one more thing. Once what happened, now listen a story over here. I'm going to tell you a very good story which will inspire you to do a lot of things which will grant you a lot of great success as well in your whole life. Now today I'm going to tell you about a story of a person and his mentor. There was a boy and his mentor was there. His teacher was there. The boy was very reckless. बहुत ही एकदम बेढंगा टाइप का लड़का था वो. Who used to spend recklessly. The boy used to go here and there and he used to spend time recklessly and he never used to think about the time as well. One day what happened? His mentor caught him and he took him to the seashore. उसको समुद्र के किनारे पर लेकर गया उसका mentor, उसका teacher. And then he went there and he asked him, what the hell are you doing in your whole life? You are spending your time recklessly and you don't value it. Do you know how precious the time is? He said, I don't know much about it. He asked him, what is the current time is going on in your life? It is the greatest opportunity for you. So you have to take care of it. And you have to build your career in this one. Now, the mentor was there. He told him, just do one task. You can see here pebbles. आपको यहाँ पर कुछ कंकरी दिख रही हैं, pebbles दिख रहे हैं. Take those pebbles and find the warm pebble in them. उसके अंदर से गरम कंकरी है. वो गरम कंकरी निकाल कर लेकर आ, वो तेरा मौका है. This is the opportunity of yours. वो गरम कंकरी आपको निकाल कर लेकर आनी है उसके अंदर से. So the boy was there. He started working on it. वो लड़के ने उसके ऊपर काम करना स्टार्ट किया. And at last what happened? He started finding that warm pebble. उसने वो warm pebble ढूंढना स्टार्ट किया. Warm pebble ढूंढना स्टार्ट जब किया उसने, so he took one day, second day, third day. So he started, counting it. He used to check it. हाँ, it is not warm. दरिया में फेंक देता था उसको. जो बाजू में नदी थी, वो नदी के अंदर उसको फेंक देता था. जो भी warm नहीं थी, उसको नदी में फेंक देता था. जो warm नहीं थी, उसको नदी में फेंक देता था. Like this, he started his work. And what happened at last? One day went, 2 days, 3 days, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks. Like this, 4 months have gone. हर दिन आता था, कंकरी चेक करता था, फेंक देता था, कंकरी चेक करता था, फेंक देता था. क्यों? क्योंकि गरम वाली नहीं है ना उसके अंदर. And one day what happened? Suddenly he found, he was just checking, ठंडी है, फेंक देता, ठंडी है, फेंक देता, ठंडी है, फेंक देता. And suddenly after throwing the stone, the pebble, he felt, oh my God, this one was the warm one. Oh shit. उसने देखा उसके हाथ पे चटका लगा जब तक कि वो फेंक चुका था वो वाली कंकरी को. Ultimately what he did, he went to the mentor and he said that I found that warm concrete, that warm pebble. He asked him, please give me that one. He said, I'm so sorry, actually I thrown it into the river. He said, oh, this is what I want to teach you, that you are throwing out your opportunities and your precious time into some reckless and some valueless things and with valueless people as well. This is the same thing that people are not understanding their present time. Many of the people are crying outside. Many of the people are, dying every day because of this corona. And in this lockdown, in this corona, people are still crying and they're saying that kuch hi nahi hai, job hi nahi, kuch nahi, kaisa hai, kuch nahi. Please work on yourself. Invest in yourself and make yourself better version of yours, so that in market when you will be coming in 2021, at that time you should be very perfect for the market and the market should pick you up from there. So this is what I wanted just to tell you here. Let us start with our program today. Welcome to College to Corporate via Communication. Now today I'm going to show you what exactly I'm going to share with you over here. Getting it? Today we are going to welcome you on a program of College to Corporate via Communication, which will help you a lot to crack an interview and to get something precious in your life. So College to Corporate via Communication, we are collaborating with 2 companies together here, and that's what by Tech Amplifiers and Cambridge Tutorials. As you know well, Cambridge Tutorials as well before, and Tech Amplifiers is a new company which is collaborating with us, and I'm collaborating with that company. This is an IT company, and both of them are going to provide you such great things in your life that you cannot imagine even. Apart from this one, I would like to tell you, you are going to learn many great things which you never know before. How to crack an interview, how to go for an interview, how to walk, how to sit, how to do each and everything I'm going to tell you over here. Getting it? So let's start without wasting any more time. And the students who are absent and who are not coming today, so may God help them, so they'll think of them. That's why. Next one now, today we are going to start it, the first one. So the first thing comes is what matters in a corporate world. First of all, what matters in a corporate world? Would like to ask you, what is the most important thing do you think? Can you please put it into the chat box? See, chat box is absolutely open for all of you. So whatever you have, you can put it into the chat box. Okay, whatever you feel that it is a good point, it is a correct point, it is a main point, so you can put it into the chat box easily. What do you feel, what do you think that what is the most important thing matters in your corporate world? Whenever you're going to crack an interview, whether you're going for anything else, what is the most important thing you think that it matters a lot? Can you please put it into the chat box? I want to listen to you, all of you. Communication skills. Mr. Anwar Khan is saying communication skills. Okay. Adnan is saying communication skills. Okay, what else other people are saying? I want to listen to them. Yes, please put it in the chat box. Whoever so is here present today, I want to listen to them. Please put it in the chat box. That's okay. Self-confidence. Nice. Confidence. All right. Now, would like to tell you one more thing. Corporate doesn't come only with one thing. Some people say technical skills. Some people say communication skills. Some people say confidence. Some people say self-esteem and many other things as well. It is a bunch of many other things too. Would like to tell you now. यहाँ पर सिर्फ corporate world के अंदर सिर्फ confidence, communication, technical knowledge सिर्फ नहीं लगेगा. There are many other things just to crack an interview. Now, if you go for an interview, you will find there we have more than 7 to 8 rounds for a single interview. They are going to take around. Whatever your knowledge is, whatever your communication skills is, whatever your technical knowledge is, everything, but still you have to face an interview at a certain period of time with certain level that they are going to teach you each and everything over there. Now, if you want to ask any questions, any doubts you have, you can put it into the chat box, and please use the chat box. I have just clearly opened the chat box for everyone. Whatever you want to post, you can put it into the chat box. Okay, now Mr. Nadeem is saying body language is very important thing. Now for body language will be coming next later on. Now what matters in corporate world, there are certain things. Motivation is there, communication skills there, technical knowledge is there, body language is there, and many other things, personality development, presentation, and many other things which I'm going to teach you today in our session. Now let's get started. What matters, the most important thing first of all is what? Etiquette. Now, what do you mean by etiquette? Who can tell me? What do you mean by etiquette? What do you think etiquette is? Yes, can you please tell me? Etiquette. Now, etiquette means what? It is a bunch of manners, good manners. It is a bunch of good manners. Bunch of good manners means what? I would like to tell you now, for example, how do you sit? How do you talk? Yes, your behavior. Correct. How do you talk? How do you sit? How do you walk? How do you speak? How do you crack an interview? And how do you behave in front of a person? That's one of the most important thing we have here, etiquette. Now, etiquette reflects something that from inside or innate sense of consideration for others and respect for self. Now, I would like to tell you one more thing. Etiquette is what? How do you behave in front of others? Now, I would like to tell you one more incident. Now, suppose, for example, if you're going for an interview, correct? And unfortunately, you get rejected. What are you going to do over there? Please tell me. Now, people might be thinking, अरे यार, reject हुआ तो क्या करना है? मैं लूँगा मेरा book आ जाऊँगा. भाई मेरे को आपके साथ में काम नहीं करना. आपने मुझे reject कर दिया, मैं जा रहा हूँ अभी. एक लाइन. So now, other thing apart from this one, suppose you get rejected. What do? You ask for feedback. Do they give you feedback? Mr. Nadeem is saying that I'll be asking for the feedback. Anwar is saying that smile and come back. Thank you. You have just rejected me. I'm just going. Do you know what I'll do? What I'll do over here? If I get rejected in an interview, first of all, I'm just telling you, before cracking an interview, you should know how are you getting rejected and why are you getting rejected. Point number one is there, etiquette, your behavior. It reflects great image in front of the others. Now, I would like to tell you one more thing, that suppose, for example, if you get rejected in an interview, what I'm going to do over here, I'm going to come out of the cabin of the person and just a minute, please. I'm so sorry. Madhiha madam, can you please just help that Miss Sneha Bhatia? She's texting me on LinkedIn. Please have a look. So sorry. So now here we go. If I get rejected in an interview, I'll be coming out of the cabin and will be writing a letter for thank you. अरे thank you का letter लिखेंगे अभी आप तो reject हो गए. Thank you का letter कैसे आएगा वहां पर? Yes, I'm going to write a thank you letter to the interviewer that he has given me opportunity to face himself and to contact with himself and to talk to himself. But how will it happen? It will happen thoroughly. For example, I'll tell you that if you are getting rejected, if they tell you directly, or later maybe after some days maybe they're not going to tell you directly that you have got rejected, you can get lost now. No, after some days you can come, and whenever you feel that you got rejected, and if they are not mailing you that you're about your selection and all, at that time you can just write a mail, or at the time you can write a letter to them of thank you to the interviewer who has taken your interview, or the consultancy where have you been, anywhere you might be having some kind of mail of them. You can write mail to them that thank you so much that you have given me the great opportunity to face yourself. And after receiving that mail from your side, the man will be thinking, oh my God, he was the first person in my whole life, in my whole career, who has given me a thank you letter after getting rejected, and there'll be a great impression in front of all of you. And maybe in the next time, if he is going to call for interview, he'll be asking you the first. Suppose for example, अगर आपका जब उसको मिलेगा लेटर, तो वो क्या करेगा, वो आप लोगों को देखेगा, अरे यार ये बंदा जिसने मेरे को थैंक यू बोला था रिजेक्ट होने के बाद में भी, कितना भारी बंदा है ये. नेक्स्ट टाइम दे आर गोइंग टू कॉल यू डायरेक्टली. वो बोलेंगे ये बंदे को बुलाओ. व्हाई? बिकॉज ये वो बंदा है जिसने रिजेक्ट होने के बाद में भी थैंक यू मुझे बोला था. Oh my God, they'll be calling you. This is what great impression you're going to get here. And what people are doing over here, you got rejected, they are banging the door. Bad etiquette. They are sitting like this in the interview. Bad etiquette. Sometimes they are sitting like this. Yes sir, so if they are talking like this, it is really bad etiquette. You shouldn't do like this. Bad manners. How are you going to interact with the interviewer? That matters a lot with you. Now, suppose for example, if you go through etiquette, how should you come in? It matters a lot. How should you go out? How should you sit? How should you write? And how should you give your CV copies, each and everything? It matters a lot about the internet etiquettes. Now, suppose for example, let me tell you, so many of the people are there, they are going for the interview very late. And what happens at the end? What happens? They go late, sitting outside in the lobby, and the interviewer might be thinking, oh my God, who's this donkey outside sitting like this? And the moment when you go inside, you just keep like this. Oh, excuse me, sir. Good morning, sir. He might be thinking, oh, this person has some kind of problem. He has literal problem with himself. So is he going to get you in his company? Not at all. So this is why be careful about it. So you'll learn many, many other things about the etiquette as well in our session. Now, if you get rejected, so what are you going to do? You are going to just write a letter to the person of thank you letter, which will help him a lot, to understand you well. Now, before we go ahead, before we skip the point get here, we want to tell you something Now our team is there and I'm also there. We have been working on these things since long time. Now, first of all, the moment when you enter, the moment when you go for an interview, at that time you get rejected on the first point. What's that point? Can you please tell me? What's the first thing that people are getting rejected? Please put it into the chat box. What do you think the most important thing that people are not aware about and they get rejected in the interview? What's the first thing? I want to know the first thing. Lack of confidence? Greetings. Exactly, Adnan. He is absolutely right. Greetings. The way you are greeting, it matters a lot. Now let me tell you one more thing. Suppose, for example, you're going for an interview at 12 o'clock, 12 p.m. Correct? 12 p.m. you're going. What are you going to wish there? Only new students will comment in their chat box. Only new students. Only new people to me. Please comment. First impression is the last impression. Exactly. So suppose, for example, if you are going for an interview at 12 o'clock, 12 p.m. What are you going to wish there? Please put it into the chat box. New students, please. I can name them like Nadeem, Nahid Khan, Zubair Pathan, Rutuja, Sneha, Anwar. Yes, can you please put it in the chat box? I want to know your answers. What are you going to wish that person? Good afternoon. Do you know? If you are going to wish that person at 12 p.m. good afternoon, you'll get rejected. This is not the first point. अरे 12 बज रहे यार दोपहर में फिर भी good afternoon बोले तो reject हो जाएगा. Yes, because after means what? Later. After means मतलब बाद में. Afternoon, noon के बाद का time है वो. Good morning नहीं बोलेंगे Mr. 12 p.m. वहाँ पर. 12 p.m. पे good morning नहीं बोलेंगे क्योंकि 12 बज रहे दोपहर के. और वहाँ पे at that time you are going to wish there good noon sir. Exactly, good noon. See, Vaishnavi, my old student. So here, good noon, you're going to wish that person, not afternoon. After means what? Baad mein. Afternoon starts with after 12:15 or 12:10. If you're going to say good afternoon, sir, he'll be thinking that this person is absolutely illiterate. He doesn't know how to wish. First impression is the most lasting. If you're greeting them wrong, you'll get rejected. This is the first point over here. Are you agree with me? How many of you are thinking, oh my God, yeah, this is the correct point? Click, can you please put it in the chat box? Yes. How many of you are agree with me? Please put it in the chat box. Thank you. So this is the first point that you are going to get rejected. Now suppose one more thing I would like to tell you about greeting. Suppose your boss is calling you at night 11:50 p.m. At night 11:50 p.m. What are you going to wish your boss? Please put it in the chat box. Only new students. Hello sir. Okay. But what are you going to greet according to the time? Exactly. Correct, Miss Neha. Good evening. Miss Nahid. Correct. Good evening. Why? Many of the people are there and they say that at night 11:50 p.m. I'm going to wish the person good night, sir. No, wrong. Good night is like Tata. Good night is like Tata. You can say good night only while going, not while coming. So if you are calling someone, if you are meeting someone at that time, 11:50 p.m. at night, you're going to wish the person good evening. But while going, you can say good night. While going, you can say good night automatically. Getting it? Next one, let's head for the next point. Now, next point is coming there, professionalism. What do you mean by professionalism? Who can tell me professionalism is what? Professionalism is what? If you see here, it's not the job you do, it's how you do the job. It's not the job you do, it's what? How you do the job. That's called professionalism. First of all, would like to tell you in just short, professionalism is nothing but your expertiseness. How expert are you and how good are you doing your job? Now, suppose, for example, if I talk about myself, I started teaching at the age of 16. When the people were playing marbles, I started my teaching over there. I was teaching there. Professional people like doctors, teachers, lawyers, engineers, inspectors. People were busy playing marbles and playing, flying kites and all. And I was teaching at that time. And today, where I am here, and where are they people? Now, I'd like to tell you, professionalism is what? Expert. How much experience do you have, and how much great things you can teach to the people, and how great are you going to work over there. Now, I would like to tell you one more thing. One story I would like to share with you of Arnold and Muhammad Ali. There are two great people out there from the world, great personalities. Muhammad Ali, the great boxer, and Arnold Schwarzenegger, the great builder of the world. Mr. Universe he has been. Do you know once what happened? Arnold Schwarzenegger met Muhammad Ali and he asked him, how many squats do you do per day? How many squats do you do per day? He replied him, I don't count. I do not count. He asked him how? He said, the moment when it pains to me, I start counting from there. I don't stop working. I don't stop working. The moment when it pains to me, I start counting from there. And before that, I don't count anymore. He was completely shocked. Oh my God. Oh my God. Such a great professionalism he has. Practice. Make yourself for that. Make yourself. So the way you are going to crack an interview, you should be professional. You should be expert in your own field. Suppose, for example, if you are going for an interview of an IT, correct? An IT company, and you yourself don't have knowledge about it. What are you going to do there? They're going to ask any questions. How should you tackle? First of all, your professionalism should be there. Whatever you feel you have, you should have great professionalism over there. How are you meeting them? And what are you talking to them? And what are you telling them? And there are many other things as well you can see over here. So professionalism is what? How do you do the job? Not what you do the job. Getting it? Let's head for the next one. Now, next point is coming over here, communication skills. How many of you think that communication skills are really very important? Please put it into the chat box. How many of you think that communication skills are really important? Okay, Sneha, Nadeem, Adnan. Okay. Anwar is saying yes, very important. It defines you. Absolutely. Vaishnav is saying yes. How many of you are new to me? Can you please tell me? Can you please put it into the chat box that I am the new to you? How many of you are facing me first time? Okay, Sneha saying I'm the new. Okay, Rituja is also saying I'm the new. Okay. Now both of you, and some of them are new to me as well over here, but they are not replying into the chat box. But however, what do you think about my communication skills? Actually, I'm not speaking now right now that much, but still, what do you think about me? What unique do you think about me? Anything there which is inspiring you over here? Maybe. Okay, it's good. Apart from this, would like to tell you that we have our international English. Now, suppose, for example, if you're going to an international company, at that time, you are not going to speak in your local language. For example, where are you going? What are you doing? You are going to speak up in an international language with the accent. The moment when you're speaking, the person should come to know, oh yeah, he's the person, means he has communication skills, good communication skills, and he is professional person. The moment when you're talking, where are you going? My name is this, I'm going to do this. Where are you? What are you doing? So this accent is making you local, absolutely. So rather than being this one, you can go for the good one, which will help you a lot for your cracking interviews and all. So communication skills, would like to tell you one more story about Chinese people. Once what happened, there were two Chinese people, they were fighting together. And our Indian man was there, who was standing over there like this, tying the hands, and he was looking for the fight. Mar, 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 mar. Are marat na to hela. He was thinking that they will be fighting together. As locally we fight in India, they were thinking that they will fight together now. But after a scuffle, strong scuffle was there. After a scuffle, what happened? Both of them, they aparted. He went there and another one person went there. While going, our Indian was there and he was thinking, "Arey yaar, isne mara kyun nahi isko?" He rushed after them and he caught one of them. And he asked him, "Why didn't you beat him? You had a great fight with him, but why didn't you beat him?" He said that if I would have started beating him, the audience, the crowd, the lookers on who were looking at us might be thinking that I've lost the battle. Why? Because I've lost my command on my communication and I started taking the help of my hands for beating and for winning the battle. So this is what the exactly power of communication means. What they didn't beat each other. Why? Because they were fighting verbally. So exactly, you should know what communication is. The moment when you say, for example, I'll tell you one more thing. Communication skills are what? If you are writing something, correct? As you can see here in my seminar today, in my webinar today, I have only 16, 15 to 16 people, right? Generally, I have more than 60 plus. Do you know why? Because this time only I have given the text message to the students and to the audience that my free webinar is going to occur on Sunday. If I would have made a video, people might have come to me. Oh my God, something new is there. Oh, someone is speaking something great. Let's go to him. So this is what exactly communication skills are really very important in your life. So both of them, they were fighting together, but they didn't beat each other. Why? Because they knew that they are very confident about their communication, and communication can sort out each and everything between them. So this is what exactly, what is communication? So communication skill is an art of communication is what to crucial to a leader's success. He can accomplish nothing unless he can communicate effectively. Suppose, for example, you have very good behavior, you have very good appearance, you have each and everything very good. But if you are going for an interview and not speaking over there, will it work? Will it work? Will it be worthy? No, not at all. Oh my God, it is nothing. Same case, suppose for example, in normal English, if people are speaking, and if I started speaking in international English, for example, parents and children, my name is Paul, I'm married, and my wife's a doctor. We have 2 children. My daughter is 8 and my son is 3. My name is Isabel, I'm 19 years old, and I'm a student at university. I have one brother, his name's Alan. My mother's a teacher, and my father's a taxi driver. Oh my God, who is this person? Before he was speaking Marathi, before he was speaking Hindi, who is this person? Are yaar, foreigner sarka bolat hota raho to. This is what people mind will get bloom up. Oh my God, someone was great at his level. If you want to go for an international company, then you should speak international English. You should have great command on communication. If you don't have great command on communication, then may God help your career. Because if you have good technical knowledge, you'll be working at the back end, but you won't be coming on the stage ever. Remember this. How many of you are agree with me? Can you please put into the chat box? How many of you are thinking that, yeah, this is the wow moment here? Please put into the chat box. Adnan is saying, yes, me. Good. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Great people. Thank you. So this is what exactly communication skills are. So if you're going to work on your communication skills, you're going to learn and earn much more in your life. Let's head for the next one. Now we are going to go for the next one, and that's what? Stage daring. Now I would like to tell you one more thing that people are, many of you might be thinking, अरे यार stage पे जाना बहुत awkward है. How many of you thinking that going on a stage, it is really very awkward and I feel very diffident here? I can't go on a stage. Yes, how many of you are thinking that I can't go on a stage? Okay, Miss Rutuja is saying that I can't go on a stage. If I'll tell you my secrets, Sneha madam is also saying, yeah. If I tell you my secret, please all of you can comment, okay? No problem at all, my old students as well. If you think going on a stage is a very great deal, you are wrong. I'm saying this now. Do you know what was my story? If you listen to my secret, my story, you'll be thinking, oh my God, really shocking. I was a person who was from Urdu medium. I was from a vernacular medium school. Like people are from Marathi medium, Hindi medium. I was from Urdu medium. And now, today is the time where I am teaching doctors, teachers, lawyers, engineers, inspectors, etc. Many professional people. How does the confidence build up in myself? Who can tell me now? When it was my first, if my first was day, if you know about my first presentation, when I came in front of the class, only class was there, about 15 to 16 students were sitting there. And I was about to tell one story. I was about to tell one incident. At that time, I was completely shivering and I was sweating a lot at that time. But later on, when the motivation came to me, And I got to know that people outside are really, they are brainless. Sorry to say this. Why? Because what you have, people don't have it. What you have, people don't know it. So you have to show the people that stage daring is what it is, nothing but you have to come. See, what I would like to tell you one more thing. If you are fearing about your own self, then you are wrong. This is what about college to corporate. I'm going to show you today that how to crack an interview. How many of you are thinking that while going for an interview, I feel very nervous. Oh my God, how can I crack an interview? How can I just crack an interview? How can I face to the interviewer? How many of you are thinking that under the cloud like this while going for an interview? Can you please put it into the chat box? Please put it into the chat box. How many of you are thinking, "Arey yaar, cracking an interview, it is really very, great task. It is a really tough task." Okay, Rituja madam, she gets nervous. Can I motivate you in one line? May I motivate you in one line? Just in one line. Mr. Noman is saying yes. Nadeem is saying yes. I get nervous. I get nervous. I'll motivate you only in one line. Now, if you are going for an interview, correct? Why are you going for an interview? Why? Just please don't tell me for earning money. If you are going for earning money, you'll gain nothing in your life, whole life. Remember this. I also learned this lesson later on. Now, companies conducting interviews for you, right? Companies conducting interviews for you. And you are going to crack an interview and you're going to do work in themselves, correct? To prove yourself. Okay, we can say this one. Now, listen to me carefully. Why the company is conducting interviews? Answer me. Why the company is conducting interviews? Are they free? No. Are they doing time pass? No. Why are they conducting interviews? Because they have problem. To find a right person, because they have problem. They have problem. And they are looking for the solution. Am I right? Suppose, for example, if a company is there, they have some kind of machineries and they want a person to operate that machinery. Means what? Exactly, they have a problem and they're looking for the solution. And who is the solution? Who is the solution? You people are the solution. You people are the great solution for them. And now let me tell you one more thing. Today now Corona is going on, right? People are facing problem with coronavirus. Now Corona is what? It is what? Problem. And vaccine is what? Vaccine is the solution. Now people might be thinking, अभी solution ने डरना चाहिए कि vaccine ने डरना चाहिए? Sorry, problem ने डरना चाहिए कि vaccine ने डरना चाहिए? Who should fear? Please tell me, who should fear? The problem or the solution? Obviously problems. Exactly, problems. Simple. Right, absolutely. Correct, Bushra. Correct, Adnan. Problems. Now, if you're going for an interview, you are the solutions to them. You're not the problem. You are the solutions to them. So why should you fear? अरे भाई, अगर मैंने ये कंपनी के अंदर इंटरव्यू दिया और इसने बंदे ने अगर मुझे नहीं लिया, वो इसका नुकसान है, मेरा नहीं. Because I'm the solution and he is the problem. So solutions never fear, but the problem fears. So why are you fearing to go for an interview? You should go directly. You should go directly like you can, oh, I can crack an interview. You shouldn't be overconfident, but you can go. Same case, nobody is perfect in the whole world. Now, if I'll ask you anyone, do you know how to do painting? You'll say no. Do you know how to do plumbing work? You'll say no. If I ask you, do you know how to stitch clothes? You'll say no. Nobody is perfect in the whole world. If you ask me to communicate in English, I can. If you tell me to teach communication, I can. But if you tell me to stitch clothes, I can't. But if you tell me to paint the wall, I can't. Why? Because it's not my cup of tea. Exactly, nobody is perfect. Nobody knows everything. Nobody knows everything in the whole world. So why are you fearing to go on a stage? Stage is a really great platform. If you go through a stage, you are going to learn and earn many things. Now, life is either a daring adventure or nothing. Now, suppose, for example, let me tell you one more thing. I would like to tell you one story over here. If you dare to do something, many of the people are the fools. They are wasting time. Sorry to say this one. Once what happened, there was a jeweler. Jeweler was there and he went to a fancy fete. एक वो मेले के अंदर गया, वहां पर ज्वेलर था, मेले में गया वो, and he was roaming there. It was a very normal fancy fete for normal average people, and this rich man, the jeweler, he went there, and he found there on the shop there was a normal vendor was sitting there, and he found there was a vendor, and the vendor was selling something, and he found that there was a piece of glittering glass. Actually that was the diamond. It is the kind of diamond. It is the kind of diamond, and he came to know, oh my god, it is a really priceless diamond. Minimum it cost 10 lakhs rupees. He went to the man, the shop assistant, and he asked him, how much does it cost? How much does it cost? The person replied him, 25 rupees. He said, hey, he started bargaining. He started bargaining, and he said, hey, ऐसे थोड़ी रहता है. I'll give you 10 rupees, that's it. He said, no. Okay, I'll give you 15 rupees, that's it. He said, no. He said, एक काम करता हूँ, आगे जाके आता हूँ जरा घूमकर. Let me have a look in the whole market. I'll be coming back to him and we'll be getting it. He went there ahead. After some time, he got back. Who? The jeweler. He got back to the person and he asked him, Arey, where is that stuff I was looking for? He said, I sold it. Arey, what the hell? Did you sell it? How much? He said, 25 rupees. I was telling you the same price, but you didn't pay. Arey, you crackpot, you peanut, you fathead, you thin head. Do you know that piece of jewelry, it was costing around 10 lakhs rupees, and you sold it just in 25 lakhs rupees? Oh, sorry, 25 rupees. Very bad, so sad. First, the shop assistant, he started laughing at him. And later on, he said, okay, I admit myself that I'm fool, but you are the biggest fool. Why? I sold it unknowingly. मुझे तो पता ही नहीं था उसका प्राइस क्या है. मुझे जितने में मिला मैंने उसके ऊपर रखा, प्रॉफिट एंड सेल कर दिया. But you are the biggest fool who was knowing the value of it and still you left it. What? Only for 10 rupees. This is the same case, my dear friends, that if you are leaving now the time, if you're leaving the time now, it is a great loss of yours. Same case, I would like to tell you, this is the priceless time which is going on now. So same case, stage daring is what nothing. You have to just go and you have to just challenge the world, because people are not perfect outside. How many of you are agree with me? Please put it into the chat box. And how many of you are thinking the story was really great, that it has made you to learn something? Please put it into the chat box. Adnan, good, thank you. Rutuja, nice, thank you. Yes, exactly. Mr. Anwar, Bushra, Sneha, Nadeem, nice, thank you. Now let's come to leadership quality. Now what is leadership? Now one more thing I would like to tell you, how leadership is going to make you aware of it. Thank you so much, Adnan. Now leadership quality. Many of the people are just willing to be a leader. Many people are there. Is there anyone who in my webinar today who doesn't want to be a leader, who doesn't want to be a manager, who doesn't want to be a CEO, who doesn't want to be a chairman, who doesn't want to be the leader and to earn crores of rupees, millions and billions rupees? Be a leader, but they don't work on themselves to become a leader. Do you know, by my qualification, I'm an engineer as well. I'm a software engineer, but my passion is communication skills, to guide people, to help people, to crack interviews and to get their goals in the life and to become successful. Now I would like to tell you one more thing, that many of the people are there that they will to be a leader. In my life, I've got many job opportunities, but I wanted to be a leader. I wanted to help people. So I came into this business now. And now I'm leading many people over here. Now leadership quality is what, let me explain you now. What exactly leadership is what? Now your actions, if your actions inspire others to dream more, learn more, do more and become more, you are a leader. Not only by saying, by tag, you are not a leader by just calling yourself team leader. Your work has to inspire others. then only you will become a leader. Now let me tell you one more story. If you might have seen honeybee, correct? Honeybee. How do they make hive? They make hive in the pattern of hexagon. They make hive in the pattern of hexagon. Some of them start from here, some of them start from here, and at the end they join itself in the middle with the same shape, with the same scale. Do they use scale pencil? Do they use any sort of instruments, any sort of equipments? No. But how they do? Because the king and the queen honeybee, the queen bee is there, which is guiding them and making them to do work efficiently and guiding them and leading them a lot in an appropriate way. So leadership quality is there. Suppose, for example, that leadership starts from the first thing is what, suppose someone is calling you at the stage, you should go first. If you're saying, nahi yaar, meko thoda dar lagta hai, you cannot become a leader. Sorry to say this. If you want to be a leader, you have to go ahead and you have to chase it. You have to chase the stage and you have to go ahead. Getting it? Next one. Now, if we go for the next thing, and that's what personality. Personality. Now, personality, you have to make yourself. How are you making yourself and how are you talking in front of the people? Personality will reflect others. Now, suppose, for example, I'll tell you the personality of a person. Now, many of the people are there, they are thinking that, अरे यार ये तो बैल है, ये तो दिखने में कैसा दिख रहा है, इसका ये जो है, इसका appearance कैसा है, इसका ये कैसा है, वैसे कैसा है. Don't judge anyone by his clothes. Now, I would like to tell you, make your personality. Once what happened, there was a man. There was a man who was going from one village to another village. Actually, he was going from one city to another city and he was passing through a village. And as he went to the bridge, his car's tire got flat. Suddenly his car tire got flat and he was completely in tension. Then what he did, he removed the stepney, the tire, another tire, and he started changing it. And he put the screws behind it. Behind the feet, he put the screws. And the moment when he turned back, all the screws fell into the river. Can you please wait for 2 minutes? Okay. If we go through the same thing, that man was there, he was sitting there, and suddenly when he turned back, all the screws fell into the river. Now he was in complete tension. Oh my God, the screws fell into the river. Now what to do? How shall I go? So there was a villager. He was sucking that sugar cane and he was going from there. The villager, he looked at him. Oh, he's in tension. He came to him and he asked him, what's wrong, bro? He said, nothing, you can get lost. Because he was completely frustrated. He asked him again, what's wrong? He said, you can get lost from here. Just please don't disturb me. Why? Because he was looking down at that person, of that villager. And at last, what happened? He told him that actually what happened, my tire was flat, absolutely. My tire got punctured. And I was changing it. And at that time, my screws, they fell down into the river. Now, how shall I go to my destination? He said, no problem at all. You have 3 tires, right? Just remove one screw from each tire and fix it into the 4th one and you can go. Easy. He was completely shocked. The gentleman of the car, He was completely shocked. Oh my God. Yes, here is the solution. Now I would like to tell you one more thing. As before he was looking at his personality, the villager was not looking so good by his appearance, but his personality was really great, that he was thinking about the solution, not about the problem. Now I would like to tell you one more thing. Today is the same thing, that we are thinking about the problems, not the solution. So think about the solution. The gentleman was thinking about only the problem. अरे यार नीचे गिर गया वो, screw नीचे गिर गया, screw नीचे गिर गया. And now the villager was there. He was thinking directly about the solution, not the problem. So please focus on your solutions rather than focusing on your problems. So here's the same personality problem is there, that if your appearance can catch anyone's attention, but it's your personality that makes them stay with you. So it is your personality. Before that person, the gentleman was looking down at the villager, but later on when he got a solution, he hugged him directly. Why? Because he has given a great solution to that person. So personality matters a lot. How do you appear in front of the others? So if you want to become a good personality, you have to work on yourself. You have to invest on yourself. The great thing is what? Time. And if you're not spending time on yourself, may God help you. Now, next one comes with the point of CV and resume. CV and resume for your interview. The first mistake, the minor mistake which people commit over here, that is what? CV and resume. How do they design the CV and how do they design the resume? First of all, कितने सारे तो लोग ऐसे हैं जो कि इसको resume बोलते हैं. Sorry to say this. What do you mean by resume? To continue something. When you watch a video, at the time, when you pause it, after pausing, you find there is an option, and the option called resume, to continue. What are you going to continue in the market? What are you going to continue in the company? You are writing the resume. This acute accent, are you seeing that the acute accent on this E, it is sounding it resume. It is not resume, it is resume. The moment when you appear with your resume and the person sees, yeah, uske upar to resume likha hua hai, reject this person. Reject this person. Why? First mistake, first impression is the most lasting. And many of the HRs are there, they call it resume. Sorry to say this, they are wrong. Absolutely, they are wrong. How many of you are agree with me? Can you please put it into the chat box? The moment when you are writing resume on your CV, on your resume, like this, the people will be amazed. Oh my God, he is giving something great. This person is educated. He is not illiterate person. He is literate person. And he is writing resume. So first impression is the most lasting. Whenever you're going for an interview, you should know how should you tackle the situations over there. So CV and resume should be very good. It should be very, very good. You should be passionate about it while making it. Acute accent must be there. Exactly. Now I would like to tell you one more thing. In your CV and resume, the moment when you write it, written in the CV and resume, a written exaggeration of only the good things of a person has done in the past, as well as a wish to list of the qualities a person would like to have. That's called resume and CV. Now I would like to tell you one more thing. The moment when you write a resume, sometimes what happens in our country, in our society, people go to a cyber cafe and they tell him, oh cyber cafe वाले भैया एक रेज्यूमे बना के दो ना जरा, तुम्हारे पास फॉर्मेट होंगे ना बहुत सारे, एक रेज्यूमे बना कर दो. अब वो क्या करता है, रेज्यूमे बनाता है, उसके अंदर बाप का नाम भी चेंज नहीं करता, वैसे दे देता है उठा के. अरे यार फादर का नाम तो चेंज देना चाहिए था. And you are going for an interview. At that time you don't know what to speak and how to speak, and because you haven't read even your CV as well. Your CV is something else and you are saying something else. Your CV is something and you are something. It will not collaborate with each other. Now if you come to know that the things are going in a wrong way, how your CV, how your resume is there, you will be reflected as well. So do not lie in your resume, do not lie anywhere. Now I would like to tell you once what happened. There were four guys was there. There were 4 students, 4 friends were there. And all of them 4 were students in a hostel, in a college, and they used to live in a hostel. One night, what happened? They went out for night out. They enjoyed there, drunk a lot, smoke and all. And in the dawn time, early morning in the dawn time, they got back to college once again, to the hostels. And they came to know, Arey yaar, aaj to exam hai. And the following day was containing their exam. The following day was containing their exam. They were completely in tension, what to do and what not to do. So they've got an idea before going for an exam. They've got an idea in their head. They went to the principal. They put themselves some dirt on the clothes, and they went to the principal. And to the principal, they complained. They were very sorrowful, and they were crying, and they were saying, "Sir, I'm so sorry that last night we went outside for some urgent work, and there what happened? Our car tire got flat, and we pushed the car to the campus. And in the morning we reached to the campus. And now today is our exam, and we are really helpless that how should we crack the exam. Sir, could you please give us some time?" So the the principal, he thought a lot, and he got to know something is fishy, and he smelled the rat. Usko samajh mein aa gaya, daal mein kuch to kala hai. He said, "All right, I'll be giving you 3 days more to study, and you can give exam after 3 days." They said they were very happy. They were in ecstasy, and they said, "Yeah, oh my God, now we can study and we can crack the exam easily." After 3 days, the principal called all the 4 boys. "Please come here." And he said, "Today you have exam." They were very happy that we have studied a lot in the past 3 days. We have studied very hard. He said that, "I'm going to make you sit in different blocks, in different examination hall." They were happy, no problem, because we have studied. So we are going to crack the exam surely. What happened? He made them to sit in different blocks, in different halls. And he has given them the question paper. And the question paper was containing 100 marks. And only there were 2 questions. Question number 1, for 1 mark, what's your name? And question number 2 was there, for 99 marks, which tire got flat? Oh my God. Are you understanding the story? Are you getting the story? This is what the principal asked them, only 2 questions, and the major question was there for 99 marks, which tire got flat? They did not plan for it. What tire are we going to disclose over there to the principal? Someone has written the third one, someone has written the first tire, someone has written the right tire, someone has written the left tire, and due to that they've got caught and they've been humiliated a lot. Same case, if you're going to lie in your resume, in your CV, you'll be caught and you'll be humiliated in your company. So never ever lie ever. How many of you are thinking, "Oh wow, such a great point he has given"? Please put it into the chat box. Please put it into the chat box. How many of you are thinking, "Yeah, this is the great point that I'm going to learn"? Please put it in the chat box. Thank you, Nadine. So this is what exactly, if you are going to lie, you'll be caught. So never ever lie, even in your resume, in your CV, or anywhere. Getting it? Next point. Now next point is coming with your after resume, and how to design and how to do each and everything we'll be teaching you in the session. Okay? How to go with your etiquette, how to go with your personality, how to go with your communication skills, how to go with your professionalism, and how to go with your resume and CV and all. It is really very important. Okay, we'll be completing in our session. Next point is our mail and letter. Mail and letter. So mails and letters. How many of you are facing problems while reading mails and while reading letters? Can you please put it into the chat box? I want to know. Mail and letter. Nadeem is saying, yes, I do have problem while writing the mail and letter. Rukaiya. Okay. Now, how to write a mail and what to write in the mail. The main thing is what? Letter writing is the only device for combining solitude with good company. Now, how do you write a letter? How do you write mail? How do you write your resume? How do you write your curriculum vitae? It is really important. Now, I would like to tell you one more thing. If you're committing a single mistake, it will give a very bad image on the others. And people aren't going to talk to you anymore. If you are telling even a single mistake, if you're making even a single mistake while writing, it will be a very bad image in front of the others. Remember this. Now, I would like to tell you how. Once what happened, there was a huge war between 2 tribes. They were going to fight together and they were standing in the war ground and their kings were at the fort. and they compromised with each other. उन दोनों ने क्या किया? Compromise कर लिया. And they've written a letter. They have written a letter to the war ground that we have compromised. Please don't fight. Please don't fight. You can just go back to your tribes once again. Please don't fight. What happened? The messenger took the post, the letter, and he sat on the horse. At that time, you know, horse were going on in the ancient time. He sat on the horse to travel. The moment when he started riding the horse, after some time he collapsed and he fell down and he passed away. Who? The messenger. As the messenger didn't go there, there was a huge war and many of the people killed each other. Thousands of the people were there and they've killed each other. Do you know why? Because of one mistake. One mistake. What was that one mistake? The moment when the man, the blacksmith was there and he was hammering nails in the horseshoe nail. Horseshoe, hoof is there, right? Hoof, घोड़े की नाल होती है ना नीचे, touch, उसके अंदर किल्ला मारते हैं. So the blacksmith was there, he was hammering nails into the horseshoe hoof. And at that time he has nailed only one less. उसने एक nail जो है वो कम मारा उधर. उसने बोला चलता ना यार, चलता ना यार, एक ही तो nail कम है, चलता है ना. Because of that one nail, the horseshoe hoof was there, it started getting loose. वो loose हुआ वहां से, and as it got loose, the horse fell down and the messenger, he passed away. The messenger died on the spot. And as he died, the message hasn't been delivered to the war ground. And the message hasn't been delivered, there was a huge war between the tribes and they've killed each other. Thousands of the people have died just because of one horseshoe nail. So this is what I want to tell you here. If you are committing a single mistake in the letter in mail writing, you will be repenting later on. This is what my guarantee. They'll be repenting. How many of you are thinking, oh my God, yes, this is the great point. Can you please put it into the chat box? Yes, that we are going to, if we are going to commit same mistake, we are going to repent later. We are going to repent later thoroughly. Remember this. Same case. So mail and letter drafting, I'll be teaching in the session in detail how to write it, how to close it, how to do each and everything with it. All right. Next thing we are going to go with. Yes, thank you, Mr. Anwar and Mr. Nadeem. Good. Next thing is we are going to go for presentation. Now presentation, many of the people are there, they are preparing a lot for before the interview, and the moment when they go for presentation, at that time, they feel shy, they get nervous, and they are unable to crack the interview, and they get a golden handshake. वो reject हो जाते हैं वहाँ पर in the interview. Why? Because of the presentation. Poor presentation, sorry to say this. Their poor presentation is there, and due to that, they are unable to crack an interview. How? Now I would like to tell you one more thing. The moment when you are going to present something, presentation is what? Presentation, every successful presentation is built on your 4 pillars. It is built on your 4 pillars. What are those 4 pillars? People, idea, passion, and preparation. What sort of people are going to meet? What sort of ideas do you have? What sort of passion do you have? And what sort of preparation do you are going to do? That's called presentation. If your presentation is good, you're going to hammer the whole interview. And if your presentation is not good, you'll be thinking, अरे यार क्या बोलूं, अरे यार कुछ ज़्यादा मत पूछ यार, जॉब दे दे यार, अरे जॉब दे दे यार. And at last जब वो उसने reject किया आप लोगों को तो जाओ दे मी माझा घेऊन चाललोय. आप निकल जाते हैं वहाँ से. Now I would like to tell you my story here. Would like to tell you my story that today my uncle passed away due to Corona. Today my uncle passed away due to Corona. Today itself. And I'm here in front of you. Why? Because my passion is there. I'm too passionate about my passion of teaching and communication that I'm still here. I wanted to cancel this webinar today. But no, my passion didn't allow me to quit this. I'm not going to quit. Whatever is here, I'm going to be with you. My uncle passed away today, and my whole house was crying in the morning. We were unable to go anywhere, and it was a time, it was the toughest time for us. And I wanted to just cancel the webinar now, but just for the humiliation, and apart from this one, that people will be thinking that we don't trust these people. He was just marketing and he was doing many things before he has announced that webinar was there, and he didn't take webinar means he is nothing. Just to make trust, just to build up the trust in the people, and just to teach you something great with my passion, with my compassion, I came back here today once again to teach you, though I have very big problem in my house. So this is what I would like to tell you. This is called dedication, passion. How are you going to give a great presentation? As you can see, I teach much more better than this one. What I'm going to tell you now here, I too teach here much more better than this one. But now, whatever, as you can understand, my uncle passed away due to Corona today itself, and I'm still here with you. Why? Because this is what my passion. So work on your passion and go for this one. What people are going to say, what people are going to take, to hell with people. Why? Because people aren't going to come to you, rescue you in future. So go with yourself. So this is what my humble request to all of you, that whatever you're doing, do with the passion. So by the way, I'm not going to go one more emotional once again here. So let's go with my story later on. All right, next one. Now I would like to tell you about presentation, how to give a presentation. There are certain points which we are going to see in presentation. How should you go for presentation? You should have leadership quality, audibility should be there, vision should be there. Your whatever you're going to go and you're going to talk, subject knowledge should be there. Then dressing and appearance should be there. There are many other things you should be there. So I would like to tell you, if you have great presentation, it will make you to crack any interview over here. So this is what we'd like to tell you about presentation. We're going to learn in the session. All right. Next thing comes with our conflict and negotiation. Conflict and negotiation. Many of the people are there in their life, they don't fight and they don't negotiate with the problems. They don't fight and they do not negotiate with the problems. If you don't fight, if you don't negotiate with your problems, you will lose the war. Remember this. Many of the people you might have seen in your life as well, that people are coming and they are saying, "Arey yaar, mujhse nahi hota hai." No consistency, no results. Now suppose, for example, if I tell you, I want to, every day, I want to do something, that I'm going to put the seeds of mango, and I want kiwi should be grown up. Will it happen? Will it happen? No, it won't happen. Never. Why? Because your consistency is not there, and apart from that, you don't know how to handle it. What are you going to do? You don't know even. Many of the people are having the same problem. Conflicts and negotiation. How to negotiate with the people with the problems. If you can't, then you cannot be a successful person in your life. Remember this. Neither you're going to do a job and nor you're going to do a business. You'll be doing only slogging. Hamali karenge aap log whole life. If you don't know how to overcome your conflicts and your negotiation. I was thinking in the morning when I got the news of my uncle, I was thinking in the morning that I should quit today, that the webinar shouldn't be there. You can come for the next Sunday to the webinar. But no, my passion was there. My compassion was there, that I got back to you. Because see, if I'm going to just deal with the problems like this only, if I'm going to compromise with the problems, you're not going to learn and I'm not going to grow. Because your success is my success. I do believe in it. Your success is my success. If you're going to get a job, if you're going to crack an interview, your success is my success. Am I right? How many of you are agree with me? Please put it into the chat box. Your success is my success. Because if I'm going to grow, I'll be taking you two with me. So this is what I'm here in front of you. So today is the correct day. If you're going to do the same mistake now in this present time, you're going to lose the war. This is what the time. See, जो जाने वाला है वो चले गया है. उसके लिए अच्छे काम कर सकते हैं वो हम लोग करेंगे. But if I'm going to just cry on the problems, अरे यार हमें तो मार डाला, हमें तो मार डाला, हमें तो मार डाला, it will not help us a lot. Now let me tell you one more story. great story, great incident of Germany. Do you know Germany? The great country, one of the great country. Do you know Germany? In World War II, Germany have been collapsed thoroughly. Germany बहुत बेकार गिरा था, बहुत बेकार. In World War II, Germany has been collapsed thoroughly. Very tremendously, Germany has been collapsed. Same case, Britishers came to India. They've reigned India for 200 years. And now even still we are saying, अरे हमें तो लूट गए, इंडिया को लेकर गए, अरे अपने को लूटे, हमको तो लूट के लेकर गए, हमको तो लूट के लेकर गए. Wrong. Don't compromise with your problems. If you have problem, tackle it, control it, you just come over it. If you go through the same thing, that in World War II, Germany has been collapsed thoroughly, but they didn't cry. They started building up the products. Now in the whole world, you will find the best cars are from Germany. Audi, Germany. Volkswagen, Germany. Mercedes-Benz, Germany. Porsche, Germany. And Rolls-Royce, Germany. BMW, Germany. And there are many other cars. The country has stood up, and it is one of the great country, one of the developed country. Japan is there. Hiroshima, Nagasaki, great example. Hiroshima, Nagasaki, it was a great example. Japan has been collapsed in World War II. America has beaten it crucially. But now Japan is built up. And today we are running what 4G. मैयत का 4G चल रहा है हमारे पास में. अरे यार, अरे network ही नहीं आ रहा. Hello, hello. 4G. Japan is using 16G. Do you know this? 16G. Oh my God. Great product they have built up. Why? Because they know how to overcome with the conflicts and how to negotiate it. So this is what exactly I would like to tell you. If you have problems, just keep it at home. Don't come up with your problems, because excuses are the biggest hurdles in your life. So how to overcome with the conflicts and negotiation will be teaching in the sessions. Now, let's go for the next one. That's what, apart from this one, for business as in life, you don't get what you deserve, you get what you negotiate. Now, same thing I would like to tell you for the next one is what? That whenever you are deserving something, correct, you have to work on it. If you're not working on it, you won't let it go. You're not going to get it now. Remember this. People are saying, "Arey, mujhe ye karna, mujhe wo karna." How much are you working on it? If you want to crack an interview, you have to go with the practices. And if you don't practice, then you will never ever crack it anywhere. This is what my guarantee. How to come over the conflicts and how to negotiate with the problems, I'll be teaching in the session. All right. Next one. So here we go with the next, and that's what motivation. The greatest motivation ever. As I've been motivating my students, now many of the people are there. They just get frustrated with the people, frustrated with themselves, frustrated with the bad results. Now let me tell you one more thing. Motivation, no motivation is also a motivation. Now, always remember, nobody is going to motivate you. Nobody will come to motivate you. You have to motivate yourself. You have to motivate yourself. Until and unless you're going to go, you have to motivate yourself. Nobody is going to motivate you. Do you know one more thing I would like to tell you? The best example on the earth is what Justin Bieber. People have criticized him. People have said, oh, he's a gay. People have said many things about him. Many, many things. If you go on YouTube, you will find that the most disliked video on YouTube is what? Justin Bieber's first song, Baby. Go and check it. Go and check it. You will find there. World's most disliked video on YouTube is what? Justin Bieber's Baby song. It was the first song of Justin Bieber. But Justin Bieber didn't thought about the people. He didn't think about the people. What do they say? How do they comment? And what are they going to tell him? He kept on working. And when he came to India 2-3 years back, at that time, just in one night show, he has earned billions of rupees. Do you know this? He has earned billions of rupees just in one night. Now, just tell me one more thing. If he would have got demotivated by the people by disliking his video, he wouldn't have been over there. Could he be there? Can you please tell me in the comment box? Could he be there? Now, in the present time, no, he couldn't be there. So nobody is going to motivate you. Always remember, you might have seen my video on YouTube of motivation of a note. 500 rupees note is there, right? You just crush it. Does the value changes? Does the value change of a note? No, it doesn't change. It doesn't change. If I just make it dirty by putting some dirt, does the value change? No, it will be remaining 500 only. If I just make it wet completely, lulli ho gayi, ekdam langdi ho gayi note, does the value change? No, it doesn't change. It will be remaining constant. Same case, you are the person, you are the same. As you're going to go, what people are saying, don't look at them. What people are listening about you, what people are talking about you, what people are going to comment about you, don't think about them. If you're doing something right, if you're doing something right, go with it. So this is the greatest motivation you should have. Now, once what happened, there was a teacher, and the teacher made a student to stand up and to read a lesson. The teacher said, stand up and read a lesson. So the boy was there, he stood up and started reading. After reading 2 lines, the teacher said, sit down. Sit down. The student, he sat down. The teacher made another one to stand up and read. He started reading. After reading 2 lines, the teacher said, sit down. But he didn't sit up. But he didn't sit down. The teacher said again, sit down. He kept on reading. Sit down. He kept on reading. I said, sit down. He kept on reading, and after finishing, he sat down. After finishing the lesson, he sat down, and the teacher was completely amazed. Oh my God, I yelled at you. I shouted at you 4 times. Sit down, sit down, sit down, sit down, but you didn't sit down. Why? The boy smiled. The teacher said to the whole class, please tell him very good, very nice. Please tell this boy to very good, very nice. The boy who was sitting over there, before who sat down, he said, "Arey main bhi to ye padh raha tha. I was reading the same content." Teacher replied to that boy, actually, you are lacking confidence and you didn't know that you were right or wrong. This boy, he was agree with himself that I am reading correct. So I'll be reading completely. Without completing it, I'm not going to sit down. And you are not having confidence about your reading. So this is what the motivation, nobody is going to motivate you. You have to be motivated yourself. You have to motivate yourself every day. Getting it? Next one. Now, so motivation, I'm going to teach you again how to motivate and what to do with it. Now, my question is there to you. How much did you spend in your education? Can you please tell me now here in the chat box, please, all of you? Yes, can you please tell me how much did you spend in your education till now? Please, all of you. Okay, more than 16 years. Okay, how much money did you spend? I asked about money. Can you please tell me how much money did you spend on your education? Yes, Rutuja ma'am, can you please put it into the chat box? And some other people like Nahid madam, Anwar bhai, please put it into the chat box. Around 5 lakhs rupees, correct or more? Okay. 5 lakhs, 10 lakhs, 20 lakhs, right? My question is there to all of you. You have spent around 5 lakhs rupees in your education till now. What have you earned? What have you earned? आपको मिला क्या है अब तक के? Yes. Have you earned something that could crack an interview? Have you earned something that could lead you to a great place? Have you earned something that can generate money for you? Only knowledge. What are you going to do with this knowledge, Mr. Nadeem? What are you going to do with this knowledge? Which knowledge is not going to pay you? Tell me. My question is there to you. How much money have you spent till now on your education? Might be 5 lakhs, 10 lakhs, 20 lakhs. And what have you earned till now? You have earned nothing. Why? First of all, our education system was not so good. They used to teach us what? Charles Darwin theory. चार्ल्स डार्विन का theory पढ़ाते थे हम लोग को. Now let me explain you how. I'm going to tell you how and why and what. You might have heard about this theory, all of you. How many of you know about this theory? ये theory सबको पता रहेगा. Correct? Before, the man was like this, then became like this, then became like this, then became like this, and at the end he became a complete man. Correct? Everyone knows it. This theory is absolutely wrong. This theory is absolutely bullshit. Sorry to say this. Why? Our teachers are teaching us. Even I've learned this one in my childhood. Why? Because I was innocent. And I didn't know that whatever that they are teaching wrong. According to my perspective, according to my knowledge, according to my theories, this theory is absolutely wrong because they say that the man was before like this, like then, like this, then became like this. My question is there to you. Point number one, my first question. The process was going on, right? Nice process was going on. And till there, the process was going on amazing. After that, didn't he become Krish? After this, there should be progress. There should be some kind of progress. And he should have become Krish, Batman, Superman, and all. The process has stopped here only. Why? Why the process has stopped here? First problem, this theory is wrong. Second problem, where is this generation, which was half monkey and half human beings? Do we have like this people in our family? अरे मेरे मौसा जो है वो आधा monkey दिखते हैं. मेरी मौसी को भी आधी दुमची है, monkey दिखती है. Do we have such people like this in our society? No. We don't have like this people in our society. Means this theory was wrong. Theory was wrong that people were like this before. No, they were not like this. There was a complete man. Now we have in the whole world only monkey, either monkey or human beings. Do we have this generation? No. Means this theory was wrong. This was our education system. Now suppose you might have seen many of the people are there, they get born in 7th month, in 8 months, and after 9 months there are deliveries of ladies, right? Do we have such people over there after getting born in 7 months or 8 months? No. So the people are saying this is correct, they are absolutely wrong. So this is what our education system, guys. If you're going to learn such things, you are never ever going to crack an interview. So what have you learned from your education? It was nothing. You have spent lakhs of rupees and you gained nothing. But what I'm going to teach you here, it will be something which will give you a great payings. It will give you great payings. Remember this. Next one. Now if you see, what did you learn by your education? Please tell me. Anything that is going to help you. If I talk about myself, I'm an engineer, computer engineer I am. And when I passed out my exam of final year and I got the degree of engineering, I went to the company and I told them I want a job. They asked me, what quality do you have and what have you learned? I showed them my qualification of my college. They taught me in college VB.net. There was a language VB.net. And VB.net, they've taught me in the last year, in the last semester, I made a project on VB.net. The company people were laughing at me. Why? Because VB.net has been absolutely obsolete for the company in 15 years back. Company के अंदर VB.net बंद होकर 15-17 साल हो गए हैं. And they are teaching now in our schools and colleges. Our obsolete system of our teaching, which will gain you nothing. What I'm going to teach you here, it will give you something great. I'm not so very proud and I'm not so very attitude person, but now I would like to tell you what I'm going to give you with a guarantee. It will be something amazing, which you never learned before. Excellent things are there. Now, did education teach you how to make money? Please tell me one more question. My question is there to you. You have spent about 15 years of your education, correct? From KG till graduation. Was there any chapter, single chapter? Was there any single lecture? Was there a single teacher? Was there a single minute which taught you how to earn money in your school, in your college? Please tell me. Did they teach you how to make money? No, never. Though I never taught you. I'm going to teach you how to make money. I'm going to teach you how to make money, how to earn money, and how to get money from the markets. I'm going to teach you in my sessions. Getting it? Apart from this one, the bitter truth these are, our education system is lacking much more, and they're teaching us nothing, and they're taking lakhs of rupees, and they're not teaching the exact things. Did education teach you how to do a job or how to build a business? Please tell me. You have done your graduation, your engineering, and many other things. Another question is there to you. Just feel, just realize it, what I'm talking to you. Our education system was there. It never taught us how to build a business, how to do a job, how to crack an interview, how to go for a company, how to earn money, how to make money. Now just realize at this age, where are you and how much are you earning according to your age? Do you know Oyo Hotels? That boy is just nothing. He is just 20s or 30s something, and he is earning millions and billions. Why? Mindsets. Where are we? We are having nothing. This is what our education system. Just realize it. Just tell me that what education system has taught you and how much have you earned and learned about from them. Apart from this one, my one thing is going to tell you, what are we going to train you for the corporate world? It will give you a great bomb. Bomb means what? Here you're going to learn something great, which will give you millions of rupees by getting a job. So how to crack an interview, how to go for an interview, how to walk, how to sit, how to do, how to shack, how to talk. Even I'm going to teach you everything in my session. Getting it? So what are you going to train you? We are going to train you for corporate world, how to be there, how to crack an interview, how to do each and everything. We are going to teach you over here. Getting it? Apart from this one, we are going to give you great opportunities. Now, some of the questions you have to answer me. What are the, now I'd like to tell you one more thing. Now, what are we going to teach you here in detail? I'm going to teach you motivation, dedication, professionalism, etiquette, how to crack an interview, how to answer in the interviews, how to crack an effective interview, and how to do many other things as well. About the interview, how to go for it, how to work in a company, each and everything we are going to teach you. Apart from this one, will it be expensive as the education fee? Now many of the people are thinking one more question in their mind. अरे यार ये भी जो सिखाने वाला है तो क्या एजुकेशन सिस्टम के लिए तो 5 लाख रुपए मैंने दिया था और मेरे को कुछ भी मिला नहीं 15 साल के अंदर, खाली डिग्री मिली, वो डिग्री को चाटेंगे क्या? What are the degrees are going to be? I have the degree in my home, but the degree doesn't mean anything to me. Sorry to say this, nobody asked me the degree. Why? Because they see at my knowledge, they look at my knowledge, they don't look at my degree. So what I'm going to teach you, will it be expensive as education fee? No, it won't be. Now we are going to have here something great for you. And how worthy this program will be? How many of you are thinking this program, the program which I'm going to offer you now over here, will it be helping to you? How many of you are thinking that the programming was really helpful? At least I've learned something, so I'm going to learn many much more things in the program. How many of you are thinking the same? Please put it in the chat box. Yes. Yes, exactly. Okay, my question is there to you. Yes, question is there to you, all of you. If I keep a program, what could be the fee of teaching how to go to a corporate world? What do you think? What could be the fee? If this program is really very worthy, if this program is really very good, and I'm going to teach you over there many of the things, I'm going to teach you motivation, professionalism, etiquette, and many other things for the interview, how to crack an interview. So what do you think? What could be the fee? Yes. Any fee. What do you think that how much could be the fee for this program? The program will be there for 12 Sundays. 12 Sundays means what? I'm going to teach you 12 different topics in which you're going to learn how to crack an interview. How much could be the price? Can you please tell me? I'm waiting for your replies. Please put it in the chat box. You found there 10K for the course. Great. Okay, Rutuja madam, Sania madam, Nahid madam, Mr. Nadeem. Bushra madam, Vaishnavi madam, how much do you think should be the charges for the course? Around what Mr. Anwars have seen in the market? 10,000 rupees for the course. Any idea? Any idea? How much could be the charge for this course? If we keep it a course for 12 Sundays, 12 topics should be there. Maybe around 10K. Okay. Okay. Now, but if I tell you a great surprise for this one, the amount is around 10K according to you. Actually, what I'm going to teach you, it is really about 10K and about 50K, about millions. Why? Because I'm going to give you the great ideas which will bloom up your mind with the great fragrance that, oh my God, yeah, I've got something new. How many of you are thinking that you have learned something new today in this session? Please put it in the chat box. How many of you are thinking that you have learned something new? I want to know, please. Yeah, Nadeem is saying, yes, me, I have learned something. Bushra said, yeah, I have learned something. Yeah, Sania is saying, yes. Rutuja, Rukaiya, Vaishnavi. Okay. Yeah. Now, if I'm going to keep a program for 12 Sundays, which will boom up your minds and will give you great opportunities to go for an interview and crack any interview and get the dream job. Now, we are coming with a program. How many of you would like to enroll with us? Can you please tell me? We are going to have here the great thing. What will you become after we'll train you? You'll become a great personality. Now we are going to make you here. We are going to make you a leader. We are going to make you a motivator. We are going to make you a communicator. We are going to make you a professional person. We who can crack any interview and get the dream job done easily. How many of you would like to enroll with us? Can you please put your hands there in the chat box? Please put up your hands. Please say yes that I would like to enroll. Is there anyone who would like to enroll with us? There is a surprise for them. There is a surprise for them. Please put in the chat box that I want to enroll. Yes, there is a great surprise for the people who would like to enroll with me. Okay, Rutuja madam, Mr. Anwar, Bushra, Nadeem. Okay, Vaishnavi, Rukaiya. The great thing, the great surprise for the people who would like to enroll with us, we are coming up with a very, 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 very low investment. You are going to invest only some part of your life and you're going to get the things which we are going to give you, priceless things. How much investment are you going to make for yourself with us? What do you think now? As you have just given the 10,000, where the barrier was there for 10,000, there is a surprise for you. There is a program which we are going to conduct for 12 Sundays, and I'm going to teach you each and everything about interviews there. We are going to give you a great deal over here. You are going to invest. Now, what do you think? How much are you going to invest in yourself? Now, people are going for a party, correct? They are buying the suit, doing makeups, going for a movie, spending thousands of rupees and gaining nothing. I'm going to teach you something great which will give you billions of rupees job. So how much would you like to spend for yourself? Can you please tell me? How much would you like to invest in yourself to become what you are exactly? To become something great? Can you please tell me in the chat box? How much would you like to spend? How much would you like to invest in yourself? Yes? People are so quiet. Why? Because they are thinking, अरे यार मैं कैसे invest करूँगा मेरे अंदर? जितना करो कम है. Exactly. So the greatest investment I'm going to come up with you is what? It is nothing but you are going to get the deal of only 4,999 rupees. Only you're going to learn each and everything from my side. With all of their recordings and all, you're going to get each and everything in our program, and you're going to learn how to crack an interview and how to go for a company and how to work in a company. Each and everything you're going to learn over here. So if there is anyone who would like to enroll with us, they can keep the contact names, so contact with us and they can come up with us. Okay. So this is it for today. Is there anyone who would like to enroll now? Anyone would like to enroll now? So we can share you the link over there. for the payment, and you can give you the appropriate things as well which you want. All right, you can just contact us. We'll see you. All right, let's go. So this is too much invest in yourself. If you think, then you are not going to grow ever. Remember this. Okay, let's go for the next one. We're going to meet you again in the next time. See you. Cheerio. So inshallah, so this kind of inshallah. So if you're going to work on yourself without failing, this is the great time. I made you to understand what exactly are you going to do in your future. If you're going to do only with the same things, and if you're not going to think about your future, may God help you. Nobody can get you. Nobody can build you up. Remember this. All right. Thank you so much. We'll see you. Cheerio.